It is difficult to measure just how much a single life might influence others, but there is some measure in the case of Skip Ross. Year after year, and in country after country, people report that Skip's widely circulated books and tapes have helped them reach for their potential. Skip has been committed to helping others since his youth, and to this end he worked hard to earn a Bachelor of Arts in Social Science, a Bachelor of Divinity, and a Master's in Theology. Now he has developed an enormous network of IBOs around the world and can counsel and coach his global partners with a unique perspective. Skip and his wife Susan have developed Circle A Ranch, a 250-acre center in Michigan, where in 2-week sessions throughout the summers, young people come to learn skills and concepts for their lives. Here is Skip Ross.
Now, our topic today is Staying Motivated 365. Hopefully you understand that means 365 days a year. That's not another terminology or a certain horsepower of engine that we place within you that makes it possible for you to be that way. It's every day, all day long, being motivated, staying motivated. I guess the question has to first of all be asked, is that possible? There are many people with whom you associate every day that don't believe that's possible. And in fact, it is only when they get into a certain really hyped up sort of a situation that they get motivated at all. Or they get into a very serious situation that they get motivated at all. And many people live much of their lives without much motivation at all. I don't believe that's the way life was designed to be, and I was interested as I began to read some definitions of some words. You know, I like to know what words mean so that when I use them, I actually know what I'm saying. and I was, can I be real honest with you this afternoon? I was absolutely shocked at the words that I read from a thesaurus. I can barely say that one, but it's a good book to have. I'll tell you that for sure, if you want to know various words. But when I looked up the word motivated, here are the synonyms for motivated. Now stop and think for a moment as to whether or not this is what your idea of being motivated 365 days a year, 24/7 is all about. Motivated. Aggravated. Provoked. Forced. Goaded, annoyed, irritated. I thought, well, I think I want to change the title of my talk. just a thought, but I don't want to aggravate myself every day and provoke myself every day and goad myself every day and annoy myself every day. Neither do I want anybody else annoying me every day of my life. And then I thought, well, what about motivation? I mean, it would seem that they would be very similar in nature from a dictionary or from a thesaurus. And so I went to look at motivation. And I finally decided that I might better call it Motivation 365. That's the title of my talk today. Because in motivation I read incentive, inspiration, drive, enthusiasm, impetus, stimulus, spur, impulse, driving force. Now, I got to tell you, quite frankly, I like those words better than I do the other words. I don't want to be annoyed, but I do want to have a driving force in my life that constantly moves me toward achieving the things that I'm capable of achieving. And so with that as kind of an understanding, I wrote a little thesis for our talk today. This is a workshop, and so we run it as a workshop. And with my workshops, there is a thesis that we take from the outset, and we then try to prove that that's true by the time we finish, so that you agree with it and you begin to do what it is that we've talked about. Is that fair enough? Good. In terms of motivation in life, in terms of that driving force, in terms of the good things that we think about, the inspiration, the incentive, those kinds of things that we ordinarily associate with motivation, I always have quotes around me. I just find that there are thoughts that inspire me every time I read them. And there are some of them that I've used for years. Here's one that constantly brings me up to one of the points